Let's continue in Onshape with the development of our linkage part. And so first I'm going to correct some mistakes I made in the first sketch. So I will right click on it and choose edit. Let me go normal to my sketch plane and take a look at the drawing. This is supposed to be a dimension of 3. So if you're screaming about that, hey, I am fixing it now. And actually, this is not a dimension that we're supposed to have. There's also a dimension that controls the diameter of this, and that should be a value of 2.75. So let me do that and hit the check mark in order to complete that. And so now I'm going to make the extrude that's going to connect these two different revolves together. And to create the extrude, I'm going to make a plane for sketching that's going to be the midplane of this cylinder. Later on, I'll show why I'm not using this flat surface as the sketch plane, which is where it looks like it should start from. But anyhow, let's create a new plane. And instead of creating an offset plane, I want it to be a midplane. And so let's select this surface and then revolve the model and pick that surface. Now we are getting our midplane. And I'm going to rename this. Let's hit the pencil icon. I'm going to call this my sketch midplane. And hit the enter key. Now let's hit the check mark in order to complete that. And if you take a look at the drawing, the extrude is going to have a depth of 13/16. So I'm going to create a plane to drive that. Let's create a plane. And instead of a midplane, it's going to be an offset plane. Offset from this surface. Let's flip the direction. And the depth is supposed to be 13/16. So I'll type that in because I don't know that off the top of my head. Let's rename this and let's call this the depth plane. And hit the enter key. So that is good. So I will hit the check mark. And so then we are ready to sketch. Oops, let me hide the depth plane so it is no longer cluttering up the screen. All right, so to create my sketch, let me start by sketching on this plane. I will select it, right mouse click and hold, and choose New Sketch. And as always, I like to view normal to the sketch plane. And let's reorient right here. All right, so I need a couple of lines that go from the upper revolve to the lower revolve. But let's try creating lines. And if I do that, you'll notice that it is not locking in to that cylindrical surface. The same thing at the bottom. It's locking into the origin, but not to the surface over there. So I'm going to start out by sketching my line anyway. And I'm going to exaggerate it so that it's way off from where it needs to be. And let me create another line to like the same on the other side, over here to over here, and then hit the escape key. And so in order to lock in there, I need to add some additional entities. And I'm going to use the intersection command in the sketch mode in order to do that. Let me get the intersection of this surface and the intersection of this surface. And so let me go back to viewing normal to my sketch plane. Now I'm going to add in some constraints. Let's put in some coincident between here and here, and here and here, and same thing down at the bottom. Coincident between the endpoint and there, and the endpoint and here. But we need to make sure that they're tangent as well. So let's go to tangent and pick the two entities up at the top. And same thing here. And let's do here and here, and here and here. So that is good. Did I get it over here? Let's try again. Let's try tangent, tangent. There we go. Everything is in black now. And so let's try hitting the check mark in order to complete out of here. Let me try then doing an extrude. And so for the extrude, if I select sketch 3, right now it is showing the edges and it's not allowing us to see a preview of it in that depth. So there's some things that we need to fix inside of here. Let me go to cancel out. Okay, let's try to edit the sketch to see if we can fix the problem. So I will go to the edit command, and then let's try intersecting to remove the inner portions of these cylinders. So let's add that in here and then add this in here. And now we will hit the check mark. And so now we can try to extrude sketch 3 again. And here it is showing that is creating a new part. We don't want to do that. We want to add to an existing part. And for the merge scope, we want to merge with all. Now the preview is starting to look better, but for the depth, we have a blind depth, and we know where we want that extrude to stop. So let's go to up to face and then pick this surface. So that is good. Let me turn on the display of the depth plane in the back. That's what we want for the second end position. Let's change from blind to up to face and then pick that plane. And so now we have a preview and everything is the same color. This looks good. So let's hit the check mark and that looks fine. Let's see, we also need to have a keyway. I'm going to sketch it right on this surface. Let's select that face, right mouse click and hold and choose new sketch. And let me right mouse click and view normal to the sketch. And let's see, I think we want the plane called right visible. Yeah, I'm going to make it symmetric about there. So let's create a rectangle, and there'll be a corner rectangle, and I'll let it snap right in there and make it about yay big. And so let's then add in some symmetry, and we'll make symmetric about here, and we'll pick this line and this line, and so it adjusts. Now we need the dimensions, and so let's go to the dimension command and then pick this, and this is going to be a width of 3/16. 3 divided by 16. I could have probably figured that out in my head. And this one is going to be 532, and I can't figure that out in my head. 532. So everything is in black. Let's hit the check mark. And let's revolve the model and hit the P key to a couple times to make sure all the planes are no longer visible. Let's hit the extrude tool and then pick that new sketch. And let's flip the direction. Boolean resulted in no geometry change. Well, that's because we want to remove material from the model, and the depth should be through all. And so that looks good. Let's hit the check mark. And so now we have our keyway going through the part. And let's see, now let's grab our different features and drag them down to the end and then resume them, or excuse me, unsuppress. Sorry, I had a momentary flashback to Creo Parametric, which I make videos for as well. And so there we have our chamfer in the model. And let's go to our fillet. And because of that correction to the sketch, probably going to have to update this dimension. So, there's a problem with it. Let's go to the edit command. It looks like it lost the edge from the different edits that I was doing. So let's pick the edge that we want to fillet. And this probably needs to be 0.125 now. That looks good, so I will hit the check mark. And so there we have it. Now we have the part created. And so give this a shot for yourself. I had to make a bunch of different assumptions. Oh yeah, one thing that I mentioned earlier is why could we not create that extrude on the front face? And let's go back to the first extrude over here. And I'm going to select it, and let's right mouse click and choose edit. Actually, not the extrude that I want to change. Actually, let's change this. Let's change this right now from the current values that we have for the depth. Let's turn off the second end position, and let's just make this a blind depth. And this is supposed to be that value of 13/16. So I'll just punch that in now. And this is actually going to be going in the opposite direction because we are going to make it start from this face instead. So let's go to sketch 3 and we're going to edit that one. And I'm going to change the sketch plane to this flat planar surface and now hit the check mark. And so here it's essentially the same geometry. Yeah, we don't have the chamfer or the fillet because it is failing, but take a look at the intersection that we have here between the extrude and that cylindrical surface. It just gives us a really ugly edge in the model. So that's why I didn't sketch on that small flat surface here and use a blind depth. And let's see if I can just use the undo button in order to get back to what I want to use. If you take a look at the method that I did use, where let me choose the edit command, we used two different surface references for the depth and also used a midplane as the sketch plane. That gave us sort of this nice intersection between the upper revolve and the extrude that we created rather than that weird curved line. So anyhow, there you have it. Give this drawing a shot for yourself. I did make some other different assumptions in here. It really would have been nice to have a standard drawing with your 3 views in order to dimension this from. But anyhow, nice little practice and it'll help you learn a couple different things.